metal YouTuber Nik Nocturnal, one of the biggest metal YouTubers for quite a while, released a sudden surprise video this morning? Yeah, 6 hours ago, announcing a fond farewell. I did watch this earlier, but I wanted to go over here with you guys, see what you guys think. Many very good, very understandable points. And I would like to give him major credit in that throughout the whole video, I felt he was being very sincere and open and honest. And it wasn't like Finn McKenty's where he was like, nope, fuck all you guys, just all bullshit, never gave a fuck in the first place. That is not what Nick did, so shout out and respect to him. Interesting time in the metal YouTube space. Finn McKenty fucked off. Nik Nocturnal is taking a well-deserved break. Tank the Tech is still here but busy. So turn into Wyatt's Metal for all of your favorite metal shit talking and funny videos. So headbang the like button, stage dive onto the subscribe button, and windmill the video to your friends. And if you're a fan of the channel, consider becoming a member. Memberships only cost 99 cents a month, and each one really helps me toward my lifelong goal of creating a life-size Godzilla to invade Canada.
I've been doing content for over 11 years now. And the reason I started making content all the way back then was because I wanted to share music with people. I wanted to share metal, talk about it. I didn't have that really growing up. I didn't have people to talk about metal or breakdowns or 5/7/8 or guitar with that I could relate to. I was always
I don't even know what that means.
kind of the weird one out that just, I didn't felt like I really belonged in anywhere. And that led me to what a lot of you guys might know, of course, as the OG, fast cover Nick guitar guy with CP24 on the TV that had the stocks going. People thought I was a stockbroker, but I'm not and never have been. And whether you know that era of Nick or years later down the line, the fun metal meme skit guitar era or the reaction weird funny fun metal things guy era or the how to in 30 seconds era or the educational guitar era, like the channel over 11 years has been through such an insane journey, and it has been the most incredible thing.
Sorry,
I'm
not laughing at Nick, I'm laughing at this comment. I enjoyed Nick's content. I didn't watch all of it. To be fair, out of every YouTuber I watch, I don't think I watch all of anyone's content. That's one thing I find really bizarre when I get comments from people on something being like, take this out of your videos, or why are you doing your video on this? I'm like, if there's a YouTuber I watch that I love and they do a video I'm not interested in, I just don't watch that video. And then when they release videos I do like, I watch those. In terms of music taste, I differed from Nick quite a lot. He was a lot more metalcore, deathcore, that side of things. I'm more death metal, old school, grimy stuff. But I enjoyed several of his videos. I thought he was a cool dude.
Been a part of in my entire life. And it's something I will always be thankful for. It's something I'll always be blessed to have done this for literally my entire adult life since I was 17 years old. I'm going to be 29 soon. And that's crazy for me to think and just say it out loud. There's been so many ups, but with the ups, there's been a lot of downs. And my personal life is not something I necessarily share with you guys. I mean, my whole adult life has been basically broadcasted on the internet. So the little bit of space, personal stuff, family things I have, I don't really share with you guys. And I don't think it's the space because I always want to keep that space something positive and fun and exciting. But over those years, there's been times where there's been a lot of scary moments in my life where I've lost family members or losing half my family or losing friends or people or not taking care of myself and completely neglecting just normal daily health existing things because I've just been so obsessed with YouTube and music and wanting to give everything I can to just build this crazy community and see how far we can go.
That part he said right there, I 100% relate to and feel. And clearly I'm nowhere near the size that Nick was or anything, but being a YouTuber is so much fun. It's great. I am so grateful that I get to do it and have fun with you guys and everything. It does take a lot of work, especially a lot of work that is sitting at a desk looking at a computer, which is something that is quite difficult. Humans are not meant for. I know for me, like I said earlier, my videos can often take longer than I think they will to work on. So I'll spend days where I barely get up from my seat because I'm either writing or editing or posting stuff. And a lot of that is, my own fault and just need to be better with consistency and staying active and stuff. But it's an easy thing to fall into. It's like any desk job. People's bodies tend to wear out when they get stuck in that position that they're in all the time. And Nick says later in this video that he needs to go outside more. But I feel that 100% because you want to build your channel, build your audience, have fun, make great content. And the work that takes is a lot of work that doesn't take a lot of exercise or movement, and that can fatigue you a lot.
But a lot of people don't realize over those times of me, going through things in my life is when I actually was uploading the most, whether it was like the How to Metal series or like the crazy cover binge. Like, I have a very unhealthy relationship with content where I will go through shit, and instead of necessarily dealing with it in that moment, 2 hours later, I'm like, all right, someone just, that's close to me passed away. Like, I guess let's go do the stream or get the YouTube video finished, which
Yeah, that's brutal. I recommend not doing that for anyone. Not to criticize Nick, because that's just difficult, but that's crazy. I just feel bad for that, Yeah, anyone doing anything too much, you need to take a break for your own mental health for serious shit like that. But I get it, like that comment and many of these comments here, I don't mean to bash Nick in any way. I can relate to some of the things he's saying.
I have the most blessed job in the world, and I'll never take that for granted. But I've never taken that proper time to just absorb things like that, like a normal, I think, human basically would. I would reach so many points throughout these years of total burnout where most people have talked about burnout. They stop, they take a break, they deal with it. I would just burn. In those moments, I would just say, look,
that's something I think many people naturally fall into that is so horrible for your own body and mind. And again, easy to have happen. I have days where I realize I barely got up from my chair because I was working on content. I have weeks where I realize I barely went outside because I was working on content. Yeah, so I can understand Nick, especially with everything he's got going on.
Shit's tough, but like, you have the most blessed thing in the world. Like, you can do this. You have a channel, you have a community that cares, you have music. Like, just who cares? Just go, just do what you have to do. And I did that. And I would always do that. And, a lot of those things over time, just time heals. And, I've made peace with them, but I've never actually taken the time to not just burn. I was not okay in many of those.
I have definitely wondered the same thing, axe to mouth, whether he was burnt out or tired or high in some of his videos. You can't hide the eyes.
Moments, and I should have taken a second and stopped. But as I got older, I think what I realized the most is it's okay to take time. And I never did that. And that's where I think when it comes to the now, there has been so much happening, whether it's been, all the projects that have developed over the years, the amazing things we've had, and, like the awards show, the battle of the bands thing, the music, working with all these artists, having the shorts of how to 30 seconds into the full thing, the streams, the album parties, the million projects I have, where I've spread myself so thin that I know the foundation is not solid enough to withhold another time of going through that crazy burnout. And I need to take a second and just figure out my life.
Especially with, as he said, all the projects he has going on. These are all things that you don't just put like a little bit of work into on the side. You have to continually work on, prop up, add more effort into, which all take time, which can all be great. But like I said, it all can add up and really tear you down.
Need to step back.
It's a struggle that everyone deals with. I deal with. It's just time management, finding balance between work schedule, life schedule, and what you really need. I feel for him. It sucks. I totally understand what he's saying.
My entire adult life, I've been on the internet. You're sitting there, what's happening in the scene, what band's doing this, what's releasing this. I've never just taken a second to just disconnect. And I need to step back and just disconnect for a.
Another thing, this comment, bro basically did exactly what you should do in your 20s, grind, just extremely so. That's another great point. Nick says in this video he started content when he was, 17? And now he's 29, about to be 30. That is a significant life change. During that time, your priorities are going to change. Your interests are going to change. I'm sure at 21, spending all day reacting to metal videos was awesome and a great way to spend your life, especially if you're getting paid. When you're close to 30, you might want some different things. It might start to lose his interest, especially reaction videos, a lot of people have been talking about how they were getting burnt out on the reaction scene. I always thought it was stupid. That's not my thing. But yeah, I understand that completely. Of you started the channel when you're basically a kid, just talking about fun stuff. You're getting to the point where you might want to start thinking about more things outside of just content creation. If you're spending so much time doing it, I completely understand. Poor guy needs a real rest to get back into the positive headspace and be the best he can be. Hopefully that happens. I do hope genuinely that he's able to take a break and kind of readjust his headspace and then maybe come back on his own terms, you know, maybe not do content full time, but just if he wants to do something here and there, that's a way better way to go about it than feeling like you have to do a certain amount of videos or whatever.
A while. I need to remember to go
You
out.
can only listen to Sleep Token so many fucking times where you feel like I'm gonna retire.
Like I need to deal with health shit. I need to just make sure that I'm in check. Because if not, then I know it's going to further, hurt any creativity, and then in the end hurt content, and then hurt the community that I care the most about, that we've built over so many years. So I need to take a step back and just disconnect from everything, from content. There's so many things that we've had going that, will hopefully eventually continue. We have things like Core Kid that that's kind of its own business that doesn't really require to be nonstop on the internet. Like that will continue, and it's its own thing. But anything with content or me or streaming and whatever it might be, posting, like I need to step back and disconnect, man. I need to take the time and just.
Nick saw that As I Lay Dying announced the tour, and he was like, I can't do this shit anymore. I gotta go outside. No, on that point, I completely agree with that. I've started trying to work out more regularly, and if you can't tell from my workout equipment behind me, and I mostly focus on legs because I spend so much fucking time sitting in the chair looking at the computer. YouTubers, everyone has to remember to go outside. I completely sympathize with Nick there.
I need to figure out my shit. And I want to give again a thank you to all of you that have been here since, whether you're here from the start, whether you are here since yesterday, for showing the support, for caring about this thing we do here. Fun metal things, for being able to come together as a community, to be a place to share shit with, to have people to relate to. Like, I don't think you guys will ever understand how much that means to, and to all the musicians that have come on the show and also shared that with us and have worked with us, and the people that have helped along the way. It means the world. We've accomplished such crazy things that, again, if I told this to 17-year-old Nick, hey, there's one day this is all going to happen. There's going to be a crazy award show. You're going to work with these people. We're going to have this beautiful community of people that just love metal music. He would have said, you're insane. He wouldn't have believed it for a second. And that's something that just makes me happy to know. So
Nick is being real honest and open here, and I appreciate that. I think that you can tell that pretty obviously coming from his expression.
Thank you guys all for that. Now, with that, I didn't want to leave without giving you guys a little bit of a parting gift. So as this video is out and you've been watching, I have just released a special EP, which is a 2000s metalcore throwback EP with some modern touches. It's basically a reference to the era of all the music I grew up listening to that I love, close to my heart even to this day, with a lot of the incredible musicians that I grew up listening to and these bands I love. So the EP features All That Remains, Darkest Hour, Caliban, Buried Immoral, The Ghost Inside, and it's a banger. It's something I'm very proud of, and much love to everyone who was involved. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a snippet of one of the songs here, but if you can, it's out now. Go stream it on Spotify. Go watch the album stream on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading that too, and just enjoy and share it around if you like. Yeah, that's my parting gift to you guys. And if you take anything away from this, it's that I hope you guys continue to just share music and enjoy that beautiful thing, because not everyone in the world gets to do that, and I hope to see the community continue to grow that we have in Discord or whatnot, and just the community as a whole continue to grow. And I hope you guys never forget, because I know I won't, that we did fun metal things here. I hope you guys enjoy the EP. It's called The Lost Chapters. It's out now. Yeah. Bye, guys.
Damn. I'm not gonna play the song, but shout out to Nick, 100%. I wish nothing but the best for him. I think it's completely understandable why he's stepping away for a minute to get life together. 11 years constantly full-time content creation is difficult. Someone in the chat said, "Oh my God, 30 is young. All of you stop it." I wasn't saying that 30 is like old as fuck, but you reach a different level in life going from your 20s to your 30s where things matter now that didn't before. Priorities change. So that's all I'm saying there. And it sounded like he just pushed himself too hard in terms of like dealing with real serious mental shit, which most people, your first instance of something bad happens is to want to push it away and ignore it and just kind of move on. And if you do that, you're just building a timbering box that'll explode at one point or another. I've been through fun mental stuff. That's what I meant to fucking say. God damn it. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah. Shout out to Nick. I hope the best for him. I think it'd be a good lesson for everybody to try not to get burnt out, that mental health and your own being is important. And you need to take time to just feel how you are, see where you are in life and what needs to be improved on or not. It's something we all do. I'm not doubting the 11 years on YouTube being like 1 million years anywhere else. I bet that while on the one hand, that's a long time for him, I bet on the other that it seems like it went by really quickly. Because that's what happens for me. I swear to God, I was just working on my 70K video last week and now it's June, or about to be June. So I understand that. Man, hearing that I brought fun metal things here, that shit hit me. That was an Oscar-worthy moment, let's say. Not that he was faking it, but that it was powerful. Now we should go back and watch Finn McKenty's video and compare that. For more from me, check out my band Dark Insanity. You can find us on Instagram, on Spotify, on all of the streaming platforms, on Bandcamp as well. We have our EP Rabid Psychosis out now. This October, we are playing with Carnivore AD at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. October 16th. Tickets are $25, so hit me or the band up if you'd like one. We've got Wyatt's Metal and Dark Insanity merch available now in my shop. We've also got hoodies, hats, buttons, stickers. We even have Dark Insanity weed bags. Link is in the description of this video. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.